starts now.
Can you please order your cars? No traffic stops, no radio traffic unless it's an emergency only.
New at 6, Cleveland police dispatchers evacuated overnight.
That's right, incorrectly rerouting calls, which then caused the city to handle only the most serious ones.
Kristen Volk joining us live right now from the 3rd District Police Station, home of the dispatch center. And Kristen, that evacuation was prompted by a chemical agent that started to seep into a hallway.
That's right, Rob. It's a fire suppressant, not toxic, and was activated by mistake. The city tells us there was no fire, no one was forced to leave, but all police dispatchers got out, except for one who handled all of the city's police calls beginning just before 3 o'clock this morning.
We're going to be giving out code ones only. Please, if you can, keep your cars, no traffic stops, nothing, only if anybody's in danger.
A lone Cleveland police dispatcher.
This is Channel 3. I'm operating all 5 districts with evacuated radio.
Taking calls for the entire city early this morning.
Whoever's the ranking supervisor, this is radio. I'm operating all channels.
While his colleagues stood outside, a smoke-like substance was filling a corridor inside the 3rd District Police Station, which houses the dispatch center. A majority evacuated. Cleveland Fire rushed to the scene. But the whole situation a false alarm. The smoke-like substance harmless. The real danger was inside the police dispatch at the time.
Sam 3-2 to radio, we can still communicate amongst each other though, right? I mean, we don't have to keep the air clear, do we?
Yes, sir. I'm asking to keep the air clear. So if somebody calls out that they're getting shot at or that kind of thing, or they need an ambulance, I'm the only one monitoring 5 channels.
The city of Cleveland tells us police dispatchers are supposed to reroute all calls to CCOM in case of an emergency like this. But instead, they routed them elsewhere, which forced one dispatcher to stay behind and handle all calls. That went on for 13 minutes until the calls were correctly routed. A half hour later, the city tells us the dispatcher's colleagues returned, and so did all normal operations.
The emergency is over. Anyone that wants to enter the building, they can.
The city says they will be providing additional training to dispatchers on routing calls. They also say there were no missed calls or no missed emergencies. And as for that non-toxic chemical substance that leaked, Cleveland Fire says it did not require any cleanup. Rob?